Welcome back to Lesson 7. In this session, we're going to explore the Book of Timothy through the lens of business ownership. I've titled this lesson, The Book of Timothy and Business, because the principles found in these ancient texts are just as relevant to running a business today as they were back then. Let's dive into the scripture, 1 Timothy 3:14-15. Here's what it says. Although I hope to come to you soon, I am writing these instructions so that, if I am delayed, you will know how people ought to conduct themselves in God's household, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and foundation of the truth. What Paul is doing here is simple but profound. He's writing a set of instructions for Timothy to follow in case he isn't able to come in person. He's making sure that the teachings and principles are recorded so that others can follow them, even in his absence. This act of putting things in writing is crucial, especially in a business context. As a business owner, you can take a valuable lesson from this. It's not enough to just have an idea of how your business should run in your head. You need to document it. Every aspect of how your business operates should be clearly recorded, whether it's standard operating procedures, goals, or expectations for your team. Let me share a story with you. Not too long ago, I had a meeting with a potential business partner. In the past, I might have just had a conversation and trusted that we were on the same page. But now I've learned the hard way that this isn't enough. So this time I made sure to write everything down. I kept a detailed record of our discussion, and I had both of us take photos of what was agreed upon. I also kept a paper copy. You see, people have a funny way of forgetting what was said or even twisting it to suit their own interests later on. Without a clear record, you're left vulnerable. In the past, I've had situations where we had agreed on certain terms via email, only for the other party to later deny it. I remember one instance where someone simply refused to pay after we'd agreed on a contract, and they tried to say, "I never said that." But fortunately, I had a copy of the email where they had agreed, and that saved me . This happens more often than you might think. Without written documentation, there's nothing to prove what was said or agreed upon. And in business, when there's no evidence, both parties can end up confused or even in conflict. Paul's advice to Timothy is essentially the same advice I'm giving you now. Always keep a record. Whether it's for meetings, contracts, discussions, or agreements, documentation is key. This ensures that even if there's a delay or miscommunication in the future, you have something concrete to fall back on. In the fast-paced world of small business, it's tempting to rely on verbal agreements or informal chats. But this can lead to misunderstandings and even legal issues. So make it a habit to document everything. Keep track of important conversations, agreements, and contracts, and always make sure that everyone involved is on the same page. Remember, as Paul was writing these instructions to Timothy to ensure the proper conduct of the church in his absence, you too should document the way your business should operate. A business without clear guidelines is like a ship without a rudder. It will drift aimlessly. Take this lesson to heart. As you continue to build and grow your business, make sure that you are creating a foundation of clarity and trust, starting with keeping thorough records. This simple practice will save you time, energy, and potential conflict down the road. God bless and keep working.